And I got a frozen steak here that I am dying to eat. I haven't had one of my ribeyes since I bought this cow. These 2 little ribeyes are gonna be my lunch today. Let me see what they weigh. 1 pound, 12.7 ounces. So 1 3/4 pounds of ribeye. That's gonna be my lunch today. All right, for those of you who haven't been around to see me do a steak from frozen in a while, or you haven't been able to find one of my old videos, I've got 2 little ribeyes here. It looks like 1 big ribeye right now, but that's because it's frozen completely solid, but there's the line between the 2. And this is what I'm heating up today. This is 1 3/4 pounds, just over 1 3/4 pounds actually. It's 1 pound, 12.7 ounces. I'm gonna put that in the Dreo ChefMaker, and I am going to turn it on to classic cook mode, which basically means I'm just selecting the air fryer setting. And I'm gonna set it at 380 degrees for 15 minutes, which is the way it presets. So really all I gotta do is hit the start button 3 times after I set it to classic mode, and it's going. That should defrost the meat enough for me to come back and then be able to fit the probe in. The probe may be going through some frozen steak that's still kind of tough to get through, but this nice sharp probe makes it easy to get in there, and then it'll allow me to cook the steak either on sous vide flavor or classic flavor until I get it to the temperature that I want. And you'll find, even though that it's 2 pieces of meat, I'm gonna make sure the probe goes into the thickest part of one of them, and it'll cook them both just fine. I know you get a lot of content here on my channel. I just finished doing my motivational speech letting you guys know not to quit, because I know there's a lot of you out there right now that are feeling just like my wife is, and you want to throw in the towel. You just want to go have a beer and say forget it, but that's not the answer. So I'm pressing on. I'm gonna go ahead and make this steak, get me something to eat, and then I got some more videos I'm gonna make for you guys, because I got plenty of things I want to talk to you guys about. As long as I'm able to get the word out there, I'm gonna keep talking. There may be a day coming soon where I won't be able to speak anymore, where you won't be able to hear me anyway, at the very least. Or maybe I won't be able to speak. Maybe they'll have me in a room, shut me up. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is today I got the chance. Today I can speak to you. And if you're listening to this, today's your day too. Get up and do it. All right, let's make this steak. I'll come back when this is done. Oh, and for those of you who haven't seen that other video, the reason I'm covered in sweat right now is I just got done doing some yard work, because I was not letting the day get away from me today. I'm getting done what I need to get done. All right, first 15 minutes just ended. Let's take a look at how it comes out of here. All right, you can see that it looks like it's kind of golden on top. That's usually enough to cook a regular steak right there, 15 minutes. So this should be enough to get through some of the cold part of the center so that I can get that probe in. Let's see if it's going to come apart when I use these tongs. It may not, it might. All right, so far it hasn't. I'm going to put it into the thick side of this one steak here. Now I can feel it trying to push off to one side or the other. You got to keep it in the center if you want to get it to cook right. Sometimes that's hard to do. That's why I'm not a huge fan of recommending cooking from frozen using the ChefMaker, because it can be difficult for people. I don't mind it at all, but I don't want people getting out there and trying it and feeling like that they didn't get the result they wanted and then coming back and complaining to me. But I am showing you what I do so that you can know. Now the 2 steaks did separate, so I'm going to push them apart so that we can get a little airflow in there. And both steaks are roughly the same size, so just having the probe in one is going to be enough to let it know when the other one's done as well. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to go back into chef mode and set it on beef, go down to ribeye, select medium rare, and I'm going to do sous vide flavor. I love the sous vide flavor. It takes a little longer than the regular, especially when you're cooking from frozen, but it is worth the wait. Even though I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat it. I don't know how many more steaks like this I'm going to be able to have. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of each and every one of them. Make them the best way I can. And when I get done cooking it, I'm going to take my time eating it. Nice and slow. Enjoy every bite. I can't wait. I can't wait to show you either. All right, it'll be ready, excuse me. It'll be ready in a few minutes and I'll come back and show you that. All right, I hate that I'm coming back 10 minutes after this thing stopped, but I got tied up doing emails and working on things I got to do for my website and that I'm trying to get put together. And I was gonna try to edit a video, but I haven't even had time to do that. But it took about 52 minutes for this thing to cook, so let's take a look at it now that it's done. I should say when these things time to cook, because there's 2 of them in here. And you can see it's warm, it's cooled down enough where I can touch the pot, but you can see also they look good. They look good. All right, let's go ahead and... Yeah, it's cooled down enough to where I can touch the probe without burning my fingers. So they might have been there a little longer than I thought. But around 45-50 minutes is what it took. And I'm going to get every bit of this fat because I need it and I love it. I got a lot of people that have been commenting on the ChefMaker, so I figured I'd come back and make this video making my favorite, the ribeye, so we can take a look at it once again. And I'll show you a few of the comments that folks have left about their ChefMaker experience since they've had it right here. Well, I cut a few pieces of this steak to get it ready to show you. And I cooked this to medium rare. Oh, I like what I'm seeing. Even after leaving it sitting in the... Cats. Even after leaving it sitting in the air fryer for a while, which is, you know, normally you would let your steak sit for a little while before you eat it. But when you cook it in sous vide mode, the manufacturers of the Dreo ChefMaker have told me it's ready to eat right out of the air fryer. Take a look at this. God, that just looks so good. That's so juicy and delicious, but one thing I realized I forgot to do, I got a kitten down by my feet here. One thing I realized I forgot to do was add my salt. That's normally what I do when I come back and put it in for the second round after I've defrosted it enough to get the probe in. So I'm gonna add my salt a little late this time. It tastes great, it's juicy. It's just, I've gotten used to that Redmond smoked salt flavor and I love it. Gotta add my salt. Oh yeah, so good. Ribeye is the definition of happiness. I tell you, man, I love a ribeye. Life just seems better when you're eating ribeye. Worth every minute of the wait, too. So, just another day in the life of being a carnivore, on lion diet, eating ruminant animals, beautiful grass-fed, grass-finished beef that I got from my local rancher. Life couldn't be better. Even though I don't know where the next bite's gonna come from. I don't always know how I'm gonna be able to get the next one. I'm thankful for right now. I'm thankful for today. I'm thankful for the chance to be able to have the body and the mind that I always hoped I would be able to have someday. And it's all thanks to a carnivore way of eating. I'll see you guys next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?